It's finals time, so I haven't been as active here as I usually am. My apologies, but yeah, the last 2 weeks of school are always the busiest and the most work needs to be done. I mostly have a lot of like papers and like essays to do. Nothing really much. I have one test and I think that will be it, and that's like a psychology test, so I think I should be fine. But yeah, I haven't been here in a while and I almost forgot how it feels like to talk to the camera. But today I wanted to talk about something that's I think is like one of the closest things to my heart. Since I was a kid, I always loved video games and I loved gaming, and I never really had people who were as into gaming as I was, especially since I was younger. I remember one of my favorite and first video games ever was like online visual novel. It was called My Candy Love in English, I believe. But yeah, I was playing it when I was in Poland, and um it's created by this studio that creates those visual novels where you have to log in every day and you get points every single day, and based on those points you can like play. And if you don't have a certain amount of points, you need to stop playing and then wait for another day, or you can pay for those points because the game is free. You just need to make sure that you are logging every single day. Whenever I think I started this game when I got my first laptop, so I don't know, it was like elementary school, super early in elementary school. I got it, and um I would just play every day, and I was waiting till the end of school so I could get back home and play it. Never never bought anything from it because I guess I was too embarrassed to ask my mom to do it. In my household, video games weren't a big thing, especially it wasn't really, I don't want to say appropriate, but girls playing video games were not really a big thing. It still is, I guess, not really that big of a thing, but it's definitely better than it used to be. And it's still, I don't know, I still need more friends who actually do play video games. So I never told my mom about that, so I never asked her if she can get me those additional points, because also in Polish the title was a bit weirder. It wasn't My Candy Love, it was directly translated from Polish, it was sweet flirting, which is, I know, like, if my mom saw it, if I asked my mom if she can get me points for sweet flirting video game, I think she would get reasonably, weirded out. After a while, I started discovering other video games. I have an older brother who was showing me how to play those like more adult video games like Call of Duty or whatever else he was playing. We would of course like, oh yeah, it was like a big thing in Europe, and I believe it was also in America. You know those online video games that are like really easy to make, not really complicated, and you can really save your progress, like Papa's Pizzeria or Papa's games. I love Papa's games. I was addicted to them, and I still see people playing them, and I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, those are the good ones. But besides that, Bubble Trouble also was one of my favorite, and Bomb It, Bomb It. That was really good. You can play it with multiple people. Anyways, after some time, the My Candy Love studio created a new video game, Daria, and it was also really fun. Those middle school slash elementary school days were super fun for me. It was just so many discoveries of who what I would like to do in my free time, and I feel like I don't know if I had more free time, but I had time, and I didn't know what to do with that free time. Now I like know exactly what I do, I want to spend that free time. My best friend back then in elementary school had a Wii. I think it was Wii U, and I was so jealous that she had that. And I was always asking my mom if we can have it, if we can have it, but we never really had enough money to actually get it. And then finally, after a few years, Wii U wasn't available anymore. But I asked my mom for um like a PlayStation, but not PlayStation, Xbox. So she got me an Xbox One. But it was the time when Just Dance was the most popular game on those consoles, especially for girls. So I basically got the whole Xbox just for Just Dance. And honestly, I should have gotten PlayStation. I think I would have even more fun with it. But I played that and I was addicted to watching YouTubers playing video games, especially horror games. That was my thing. Like I was watching PewDiePie playing Until Dawn and other Polish YouTubers playing this kind of horror games. Until Dawn was my favorite video game to watch. Also like other smaller ones. Now I've been like I still do it, of course. I still enjoy watching people play video games, and I feel like if this whole channel is going to be successful in any way, it's also something I would like to try doing, see how I'll feel like streaming video games. Even though I'm kind of no longer as good as I used to be because I don't have a PlayStation here, and I forgot to bring my Nintendo from my home country. But if depending like what's gonna happen here, I'm gonna try changing things up a little bit. Right now it's more like a vlogging kind of situation, mostly just for myself. But even when I see, I started this channel and I only had like 5 viewers per video, and now it's 20. For me it's a big growth, so it's very satisfying to see growth and how like people actually start watching your things, and you get more comments, and it's just satisfying to build something. But going back to my topic, besides obvious video games and watching people play it, I also always love the board games. And I've been seeing now memes on Instagram where people are saying, oh, when I'm at the bar and someone takes the board game, so I know it's time for me to go. I am that person who brings a board game. I love board games. I've been trying to tell people that I love board games, but no one is so in love with board games as I am. But you also need like a good company to play board games with. Sometimes I play board games with my family, and they are a little. It takes them a few minutes to make a move, and that's when it gets boring. But if the tempo is really fast and you need to think fast, that's when board games are actually fun. So I heard there are so many bars or cool places in New York City when you have a big collection of board games. I want to check it out. But when I finally grew that frontal gaming lobe, I realized that okay, I actually want to try out other kind of games. During COVID, it was a really big thing to play Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I was obsessed with it. I was thinking that I need to play this game. It looks so fun, and I want to get back into gaming. It looks perfect for me. It's chill. I don't have to worry about too much. So it took me so long to finally get Nintendo Switch because I never had Nintendo Switch, and I got the limited edition Nintendo Switch. I never asked my mom for anything. The only things I asked my mom for would be um Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Those were the only two things. And my mom was like, I don't know if getting the Nintendo Switch would be a good idea because you're just gonna use it once and never play again. She was wrong. I have been using it constantly, even now. I love my Switch, and I got the limited edition. Have I mentioned that? It's a pretty big deal and a pretty big flex. Just wanted to be remembered. But I got it, and I loved the Switch so much, and I loved the game so much. I decided I want to discover the video games world even more. So I got um Smash Bros, and I got Fire Emblem New Horizon, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Such a great game. One of my favorites games. I love it. My brother was like, "Oh, okay, you're a gamer now. Here you go. Here's more games." So he got me Mario Kart, which not my favorite, but it's a must. You need to when you have Nintendo Switch, you need to have Mario Kart. My love for Switch video games still grows, and I'm still looking for new recommendations. So whatever you have, I'll take it. And it got so insane that when I discovered Persona 5, I was so I was really adamant about getting Persona 5 on my Switch, which wasn't available back then. I was even signing all the petitions to have the Persona 5 on the Switch. And when it finally arrived on Switch, I was the happiest person ever. But besides that, um, now I've been playing the most recent thing I've been playing on my Switch is Cult of the Lamb, also really fun. But I wish I would have that game and the Switch with me so I could finish it. But so it's still like in a progress. But Switch doesn't. Oh, and also Zelda. Also Zelda. I almost forgot. Love Zelda. Such a great game. One of my favorites like games for non-gamers. Like if you are a non-gamer and you want to get into games, you should play Zelda. But Switch didn't really have that kind of games that were like, bigger, like shooters, or something that was just needed a bigger device to like a platform to play it on. So I thought this is perfect moment to use my Xbox for something different than just dance. The only other game I had on it was also the whole Walking Dead. I think it was 4 games. It was very good on it. But I got Cyberpunk, and I loved it. After Cyberpunk, I got The Witcher, also amazing, and my favorite game of all time that I discovered for Xbox One, Mass Effect. I love it. Played the whole trilogy. And second one is my favorite. And I could talk for hours and hours about how much I love Mass Effect. It's even on my wallpaper on my I cannot show it, but it's on my iPad wallpaper, Mass Effect. I think it's just such an amazing game and so unique and such a great plot. I'm a writer, so just satisfying writing and great romance, great characters. It's just amazing. Same with Cyberpunk and The Witcher. Oh, even though I didn't really get into The Witcher as much, but I think it's because I am more into like guns in video games rather than just swords and shields. And now the story is even different because now I'm discovering the world of co-op games, something I also wasn't able to play before because obviously you need more people to play co-op games. And I think I mentioned before I started playing Split Fiction and I finished finally Split Fiction. I think rec- I might film a full review about this video game and post it sometime. I don't know, maybe. But in the meanwhile, I just want to say that it was fun, but not as fun as I thought it would be for me, even though my partner had so much fun. And I just feel like my character didn't have that much like coolness as the other one. But maybe it's just me thing. I don't know what other people are saying, but it was cool. But I don't think I would play it again. Which is also a thing with video games. When I'm getting a video game and I'm paying like $80 for it, I kind of would want it to be replayable. And the only game I was enjoying to replay was Mass Effect and Fire Emblem. And I don't know if I replayed anything else. But I also don't think I am the kind of person who replays games. I think I prefer to get a new one because I just love trying out new things. But if you would ask me if I have any recommendations for iPad video games, I don't know. I don't really play video games on iPad. Um, I was trying to play Genshin on iPad, but it's not really Genshin Impact, but it's not really as satisfying as it is on PC. Which also I was really into Genshin Impact when it was popular, which I think was COVID. I'm also disappointed that this game is not as popular as before because those times where I was playing it and constantly logging in was just so cool, you know? It was a different time. And now I barely have time for anything. I don't even think I would have time to play those games. So I just need to finish school and I guess get a work, and then it will be so much easier because when you're in college you barely have time for anything. At least that's what I'm thinking, because you get homework, and at work you don't get much homework, I guess, depending where you are working. But I'm getting a little off topic here. I'm always open to hearing any recommendations for video games or for any content recommendations. So if you have anything, just let me know. And that will be all for today. I for sure will have definitely more things I would like to discuss considering video games, since this is my niche. This is my thing. This is something I am really passionate about and I can talk for a really long time and I can do for a really long time. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to that and have a great day.